So UX is not a one-size-fits-all activity. In this lesson, we'll discuss a few key factors affecting how UX is practiced and introduce two important process methodologies, which will influence our approach. As we jump into this section, think about this section as a way to build the vocabulary and foundation to effectively learn this stuff and know when and how to apply it to the problems you'll face in the real world. So the way we practice UX can differ based on some key factors. We'll dig into this more in the UX in Context lecture, but it's worth mentioning here to highlight, of course, that there's no one single cookie-cutter way to do this. For the time being, here are some of the factors affecting how UX is practiced. Clients, if you have them or not. The size, how many people are you collaborating with and working with on a project? And culture, how formal is that collaboration and what is the back and forth like between you and the other stakeholders? So now stepping back, in the same way that there are different factors affecting how UX is practiced, there are also different approaches to process. And when we look at process, we see that there are mainly two distinct approaches. On the extremes, there's waterfall and agile. Waterfall is more predictive, slower, often used on larger projects where there's more collaboration, and it's typically more of what you used to find at agencies. Agile is more adaptive and more about working on the actual product and continually iterating. It's a more startup-y approach. If you want to learn more about these terms, there's a ton on the internet, so have at it. But in the end, when we talk about process and planning is really guessing, and you do what you need to do to make the work great. So the approach we'll look at will take the best parts from both Agile and Waterfall to give you a powerful and flexible framework you can use whether you're servicing clients or at a startup. And don't worry if right now the idea of doing what it takes feels a little vague. Later in the course, we'll go over ways to stay on track as we'll cover all the key tools and activities you'll use to create awesome user experiences.